He's one of only 3 African-American candidates to win a statewide election in Georgia's history. Now Mike Thurmond trying to make history again as the Peach State's next governor. A man some have called a sleeper in this race says he's taking a boots-on-the-ground approach to his campaign, getting the word out to Georgians about his fiscally sound policy that works for them. He told me one of the first proposals he has to slash the state sales tax by half.
Well, the sales tax is Georgia's most regressive tax, i.e., middle income, low income Georgians pay a much larger part of their disposable income in the sales tax. When you add the local tax, most Georgians are paying 8-9% sales tax. That's taking a bite out of their paycheck. My goal is to allow Georgians to keep more of their money so they can then invest in groceries and rent and mortgages. Georgia is trying to reduce the state income tax, but the tax that's the biggest, highest burden on working people is the sales tax. But I'll do other things as well. I'm going to increase child care scholarships so that young parents who are finding it difficult to pay the cost of child care, which is $900, $100, $1,200 a month, if we get you a scholarship, that's like $1,000 a month increase in your salary. And we'll become the 10th state to prohibit insurance companies from using your zip code and your credit score to determine what your insurance premium is on your car. There's really no relationship between credit score and whether or not you're safe. Why are we focused on redistricting when there are tens of thousands of Georgians who can't afford to put food on the table? Tens of thousands of Georgians who cannot afford insurance or pay rent. We need to be focused on helping the hardworking people who are the backbone of this state. Trying to draw districts, frankly, to protect the incumbents who are there is a waste of time and a waste of money, especially when we got $1 billion deficit right now in our state. Why are we going to pay a bunch of legislators to come sit under the gold dome and waste even more public money? If you all elect me as your next governor, we'll have a fair reapportionment plan so that all Georgians who are voters will have an opportunity to elect representatives of their choice. This shouldn't be about a zero-sum game. What I want is every Georgian, north, south, east, and west, urban, rural, suburban, Republican and Democrat, to have an opportunity to elect fairly representatives of their choice. I've been elected statewide 3 times because I've been able to build a coalition of urban and rural, suburban, frankly, white and black and Hispanic and Asian, a coalition of people who want a better life for themselves and their children. I've always done that. That's been my politics. I don't believe in zero-sum politics. I like win-win politics whenever I can develop it. I see a multiracial, multi-generational, frankly, economically diverse coalition of people rising up all across this state, all across this nation. Frankly, that's one of the reasons they're rushing to try to get reapportionment in, because they know that a change is coming in January 2027. Absolutely, I feel it. All we really need is these are difficult times, but these are not hopeless times. And I tell everybody, I haven't lost my joy because no politician gives me my joy. No politician can take it away. I am honored, really, thrilled to be here at this moment, at the foot of this bridge for this generation. And I know what I'm going to do. I'm marching forward.
Now, Thurmond's running second in many polls behind former Atlanta Mayor Keisha Lance Bottoms for the Democratic nomination, just ahead of Jason Estevez. Now, for all the race's candidates, as well as polling places and any information you need for Election Day, just go to WSAV.com/yourelection headquarters.